Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, a little notify bell next to it to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. So we understand that on Google Play there's an issue playing our podcast, our podcast showing
up. Yeah.
It's been, I don't know what the deal is, but it's been like all week. It's been
everything but Apple and Castbox.
Yeah, it was like Stitcher, I think Spotify, and then now Google Play. So I've reached out to the good folks over at Studio 71 to give us a hand, and hopefully they'll be doing that shortly. So if you need another podcast app in the meantime to listen to it, there's the Stitcher works now.
Everything else works apparently.
It's on Spotify. I'm not going to claim that, but we do know these places it works: Castbox, Stitcher, Spotify, and then of course obviously Apple.
We haven't heard anything about any of the other ones like Podbean and that stuff.
No, we haven't heard anything
Assuming
about
we're
those.
still on Podbean. We were at one point.
Yeah, I'm sure we would hear if we weren't, but you never know. You never know how that
people
stuff works.
taking their podcasts from a variety of platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes.
So yeah, we're trying to get that all figured out. Our SummerSlam predictions video and audio is up live now.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It'll be fun to see how off I am on my predictions.
Dude, I don't know.
I'm going to be wildly off on my takeover predictions today. I feel like, but I'm going with my gut. I feel like I have good reasons for each and every one of these picks.
All right, you always have good reasons, man. You're good. You've got a logical mind. You've got a Vulcan mind. So yeah, NXT Takeover Toronto is coming up. You know what, man? It's in the title. It's in the title of the video, man. Why don't we just do the predictions
you want to start
now?
that?
You know,
You want to help increase our watch time and make people sit through our recap first?
You know, I want to give the people what they want.
All right.
They want action now.
Action
you know what?
now.
I'm excited, man. You know why? Last night I think I killed it.
What do you mean?
The design that you and I are doing, the new thing. The new thing. I'm huge into it now,
Good.
man. I think
Good.
a lot of people are going to be into it.
Oh, you're excited. Cool.
But they can't know about it just yet.
I'd be excited too if I wasn't like a low grade insomniac.
I
tired.
know, man. I've been, I've noticed that a little bit.
Forever for me to get sleep last night.
Was it the dog again?
No, it wasn't Zoe.
Oh.
No, I just couldn't get sleep last night.
Oh, man. Well, we got to work on that. Maybe we'll solicit some ideas from friendos during the bonus show today.
I've tried a lot.
Well, we'll see. So anyways, yeah, Takeover Toronto. This is a hot card.
Yes,
this
pretty
card
stacked.
is amazing.
Pretty stacked.
Everybody I love is on it. Let's kick it off then with Street Profits versus the Undisputed Era.
I mean, it's hard to get into the rationale why I'm picking who without talking about some of the stuff that happened on NXT last night. So we can kind of do a partial recap along with our predictions.
Yeah, sure.
Show opened last night with a contract signing between Street Profits and Undisputed Era. The general gist of that was Undisputed Era more or less saying that Street Profits don't deserve to be champions. And Montez actually had a really good, effective, intense promo.
Yeah, I like
saying, we're here to win.
Yeah.
We're not here just to be here. We're here to win.
Yeah.
The story is Street Profits proving whether they are legitimate champions. Generally, when that story presents itself, whoever has to prove themselves ends up winning. Street Profits win. 4 confidence points.
4. Wow. Because there's altogether 5 matches, right?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, man. This is no surprise to anybody.
Yeah, you're all in on Adam Cole's prophecy.
Adam Cole's prophecy in January 2019. They would be draped in gold. This is so obvious. I don't even know where to start. Let's see here. What in terms of okay. I'll go this. I'll go the same way. I'll say Undisputed Era, but I'm going to put. I mean, doesn't matter. I'll put 5 confidence points on this.
Wow.
That's insane to me because they're on Raw already. They're on Raw, and I feel like they need to hand those tag team titles back over so they can actually start.
Every
wrestling.
indication is
Wrestling.
that they're not going to be leaving NXT anytime soon. Everything I've read.
Well, there you go. I don't know. I got 5 confidence points. Undisputed Era, draped in gold. Even if they're not leaving anytime soon, you still have that moment where they're draped in gold, then they can get them back. Then they can prove it elsewhere.
It's entirely possible.
Next up, Io Shirai versus Candice LeRae. If the Easter egg on SmackDown is to be believed, or on Raw is to be believed, Io Shirai is headed to the main roster.
I don't believe that has an Easter egg in any capacity.
Me neither, but boy, this is my. I am most looking forward to this match.
This is something else.
This is my match of the night. My prediction for match of the night.
Low key match of the night.
Yeah, this is totally like
it could steal the show easily.
Yeah, the dark horse for match of the night. I'm gonna go with Io Shirai here.
Yeah, I got Io Shirai 5 confidence points.
Yeah, that's probably a smart move.
This is the closest to a sure thing as far as I'm
to a lock. You got your eyes
on this show because everything else is a veritable coin flip in my estimation. Even the Street Profits Undisputed Era match, I don't think I put 4 confidence points on it. I'm not that sure of it.
3, so I gotta only put. Boy, I hate to do this, but here's the thing. I'm all in. I'm either completely in the right or I'm flaming out. Big
same
time,
here because I have Undisputed Era winning nothing.
All right. Wow. Awesome.
Nothing.
This is the first time in a long time we've been really far apart. Yeah. Let's see here. So here's the thing. All the Undisputed Era matches have to be the most confidence points for me. Therefore, everything else has to be lower confidence points. I'll go with 2 on this one legitimately because the only other match on here that I'm kind of unsure of is that women's title match.
Yeah. Next, triple threat match for North American title: Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong versus Peter Dune. What do I have? Oh, I have the Dream retaining.
Wow. Okay. Tell us why.
So, just going by the math, Peter Dune showed up 2 weeks ago, last week.
Yeah.
He stood tall in that sequence, and then he beat Roderick Strong, right? He's out of the equation.
Yeah.
So he's not winning that title.
Peter Dune beat Roderick Strong. Yeah, made him tap out.
He's not winning that title. And if he's going to be in NXT for a while, I feel like he's going to be in contention for maybe the top prize as opposed to just the North American title.
Wait, who are you talking? Oh, Pete Dunne?
Pete Dunne, yeah.
Really? Man, okay.
It's just what my gut's telling me.
Okay.
He definitely can, in terms of how the audience responds to him, he can definitely contend for that NXT title right now.
Okay.
They love him. I just don't think that Undisputed Era is going to win. I'll get to more on that when we talk about Gargano Cole. Because I agree with you. It's either or proposition. Either Undisputed Era sweeping or they're losing all their matches.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think there's any middle ground.
Sure.
So it's just a process of elimination in my mind. It's just, okay, Velveteen Dream retains. Roderick Strong pinned him weeks back. Dream pins Roderick Strong to retain. Maybe we get a Dream Peter Dunne program after that. Who knows? Just feel like Velveteen Dream's going to hold on to that belt right now.
All right. I have, of course, Roderick Strong with 4 confidence points, simply because I think that here's how I see it playing out. This is my gut right now. Undisputed Era cleans house. I'm not sure what happens with the tag titles. However, in the case of the number one, Roderick Strong is low key a pretty big name. Like he has to have some gold at some point. This is his strongest opportunity to get that gold. Velveteen Dream has had it for a while. I mean, sure, there's any number of people he could lose it to. However, he needs to drop it because he's bigger than it. This is the best opportunity for that to happen. And I'm pretty sure he's going to move from one Undisputed Era member to the next once Adam Cole retains, because Velveteen Dream has already mixed it up with Adam Cole a little bit in the promo department at least. And so I think Velveteen Dream is going to just go. He's going to pull, for those of you who did watch the Steve W finale, he's going to pull a Fisherman. Now, granted, he'll lose his mid-level title and he'll move straight, not within the same pay-per-view like Fisherman
generally
did.
Don't do that in NXT.
Straight to the top title as Adam Cole's next thing. He's already got that built-in rivalry with the Undisputed Era in general, having lost it to Roderick Strong. So that's where I think that's going to go. So yeah, I've got Roderick Strong 4 confidence points.
Next, Shayna Baszler taking on Mia Yim. This is the hardest one to call in my book. Mia has taken Jessamine Duke, Marina Shafir out of the picture, injuring them before the match.
Somebody asked why. I think they're asking this. Why do we say Peter Dune? That was the Kyle O'Reilly thing from like months ago.
Yeah, Peter Dune.
Pete Dunne.
I'm
Dunne. So used to saying Peter Dune.
Me too. It's weird for me to say Pete Dunne now.
It is.
I'm going with Shayna 1 confidence point, and it's only because so far all the wins it's very face heavy in terms of who's winning these matches.
On your card, sure.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm pulling for Mia. I think that'd be great, but I'm going Shayna 1 confidence point.
I think they have made the strongest case for Mia Yim.
Absolutely.
More than anybody else.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I'm gonna say this one's Mia Yim, man. The crowd is so firmly behind her. She's excellent at everything. She's that awesome, like, unique combination. You don't see this very often, but she's got the very, very down to earth, genuine sort of personality that also she can flip that switch like we were talking about before and be sort of, boys in the hood. She can do that with what I feel is credibility. I think that she's credible.
She's great.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm rooting for her. I would not be surprised if they do that. Put the belt on Mia, and then push Io as top heel, and then Shayna can move on.
It's very difficult to think that Shayna's run has been so dominant.
She's kind of the Brock Lesnar of the NXT Women's division. It's hard to pick against her.
It's not easy for me to pick this, but I just think that now, I think they tried it with Bianca Belair, and it didn't. Like, they tried to push her as a legit contender to Shayna. As much as I like Bianca, I think that the backstage sentiment probably was, this doesn't feel like it's doing what we want it to do.
It's probably a bit too soon to do.
I think so. And I think with Mia Yim, it feels a bit more right.
Yeah, maybe.
I love all of her sneak attacks. I think they're great.
Yeah, it's great. That's all good stuff. Finally, main event, 2 out of 3 falls, which could perpetually be 2 out of 3 falls if Regal picks the right stipulation for that third fall. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT title. That's the pre-produced segment they had to close the show this last week was excellent.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And there's a couple things that watching that stood out, which leads me to make my pick. One, who was palling around with NXT legends? Johnny Gargano.
Gargano was, yeah.
Who was everybody speaking totally highly of in the Performance Center?
Gargano.
He wants to be Mr. NXT.
Yeah.
That's his story coming out of this.
Comes off as fan. It was like a bunch of intimate,
especially him and Seth Rollins. They both they were fans of each other, talking to like a wrestler they really like.
Yeah.
Whereas the focus for Adam Cole has been his Bebe Championship tour.
Yeah, sure.
They don't usually recognize house shows as canon in NXT, but in this case they were. They're talking about, I've successfully defended this title in Houston and Dallas. They're trying to fatten up his title reign, even though it's only been a couple months, to make it seem more weighty.
Girthy, yeah.
Girthy, so he's just not dropping the belt after, in his one defense.
Yeah.
Just all of that just leads me to believe that Gargano's getting that belt back. Tommaso Ciampa posted a picture on Twitter of he's at an airport. He's probably going to be in Toronto.
Yeah.
There's still stuff there they can do, whether together or against each other or together. I just feel like Gargano's going to get that title back.
All right.
Just feel that way.
All right.
3 confidence points.
You know how I am.
I'm surprised you don't have 5 on this one.
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It's everything or nothing. That's what it is. I could put it. It's gonna look. My confidence points are 5, 4, 3, regardless of where it goes. So I'm either gonna get all those points, or I'm gonna have none of those points. I might very well end this entire takeover with a total of 2 confidence points.
It's entirely possible I could end all this with 5, and that's it.
So yeah. Yeah, because you got 5 on EO right there. That's a lock, man. That's a lock.
Yeah, that feels like pretty much a
But
lock.
boy, Candice is going to look amazing in defeat, tell you what.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a match.
Because here's the thing also, you can't ignore, they still from time to time reference the fact that Candice is Johnny's wife, and vice versa, of course. One person loses, the other person's got to lose too, right?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, man, you can't go home to that. Hey, honey, look at, boy, that'd be the worst. He's going to throw this just so that as soon as Candice loses, he's going to be like, I can't win this now. I could not come home to Lacey after she lost a big match and be like, hey, honey, look at my championship gold.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't just be like, hey, look what I got. Ha, 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 ha. Like,
that's generally my disposition, though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying you shouldn't do that.
Right. How would you handle it, though, man? How would you handle it?
Well, she loses and be like, okay, well, we'll get it. We'll get it next time. You get that win next time.
So condescending, yeah.
No, it's not condescending.
Sure.
And then you go out, you handle your own business, and then you come backstage and hope that she's happy for you.
Oh, no, man. Just got this competition in me.
Yeah, there is a competition in you. You gotta satisfy the competitive urge and go out and win.
5, 4. Where am I here? 3, I guess.
Yeah,
3
it's
confidence points. Yeah. So
I could
there
be
you go.
spectacular. Either I called this perfectly, or I'm spectacularly wrong.
Yeah, we're both on the same page here. I'm going to ask chat. We got 350 awesome friendos watching right now. I'm going to ask them, and it's a very simple question. 1, Undisputed Era draped in gold. 2, everybody goes home. Like they lose everything. I'm curious to see what chat has to say. It's probably down the middle too, but you never know. Never know. So yeah, there you go. There's our predictions. We still have lots of recapping to do though. So let's get to that. The episode started with the Street Profits and Undisputed Era signing their contracts. Like you said, Montez Ford had a pretty good, he sort of vacillated between goofy and keeping it serious. That's kind of how I like Montez Ford.
Yeah. So far, everybody thinks Undisputed Era is be draped in gold.
If you're going to do something, do it big. Well, Cal Jack also says draped in gold.
All right.
He's the man on the scene.
All right, like I said, I could very well be spectacularly wrong. I just got to follow my gut at the end of the day.
Jeffrey Nguyen, of course, gives it 69.
Nice.
Not 1 or 2, but 69. My goodness gracious. Yeah, you said you like this, right?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
See, because Regal's about to introduce Undisputed Era. Montez says, no, I'll do this. And he does kind of like a road dog introduction of Undisputed Era. Talks some trash. Call him like Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
And something for Bobby Fish.
What's their little radio jingle? O'Reilly Auto Parts. Auto Parts. That's what it is. Yeah. The crowd started chanting Auto Parts also.
Yeah.
And then Bobby Fish got on the mic, which nobody likes. He sounds so old-timey.
He was making some really crazy faces.
Yeah, he was. He does the crazy face thing a lot. But everybody wanted to hear Kyle O'Reilly. And then he told the joke.
Said, Street Profits are tag team champions.
Ouch.
That was the joke.
Yowza.
And then that's when Montez got serious. And says, we're not here just to take part in this match. You guys have beat everybody. You're probably the best tag team in NXT history.
Yeah.
We're not here just to be here. We're here to win it. To win.
Yeah.
Win.
Yeah.
Win.
Did he really repeat that a bunch of times?
Yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, I forget how it ended. How did it end?
It just fizzled. They signed the contract. They walked
out,
away.
Right? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good stuff.
No fisticuffs.
Yeah.
No brawling.
Not a bummer.
No physicality.
I like the Street Profits. I like when they do this though. Like they were all clad in very simple instead of like very.
They went in their ring gear. Their street clothes.
And it was all black street clothes. So it was like, I like when the NXT is very good at like staging stuff like that. You know, it's very dramatic. It's not over the top. I'll be honest though, I can't wait to see the Street Profits wrestle again. After that, we had a North American title match video package. At that point, I was like, oh, that's right. This is the go home. So it's nothing but video packages.
Yeah, there's a lot of video packages.
A match. They're all very well done, though.
Yeah, especially the last one. For
yeah,
the
they're all very well done.
That was awesome. After that was a women's title match video package.
Thank you, Cal.
What?
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
That's what it is, yeah. Women's title match video package, also well done. After that, Joaquin Wilde versus Shane Thorne.
Yeah.
This was fun.
Shane Thorne looks like $1 million.
Yeah, man.
He always does, though.
Yeah.
I like this sort of Shane Thorne taking up I hate all these youngsters coming in, all these new signees.
Usually
that's a good spot to be in.
Usually that's gatekeeper role, but I'm happy they let him pick up a win here.
I know. I agree. It's sort of a Cassius Ohno type role.
I kind of like the situation where he hits a brainbuster, I think, on Joaquin Wilde. And rather go for the pin, he's like, all right, let's focus. I'm going to do this. Like he was strategizing in the middle of the ring. You can see his brain process what he wanted to do next. It was pretty cool. Yeah, no, it was actually a really fun match. They did a lot of stuff outside the ring. Yeah. And it was all very brutal, and I like that. Yeah, and then the end, Shane Thorne just started throwing DJZ all over the place, into the ring steps, into the ring post, all over the place, and tossed him back in the ring, hit essentially a knee plus, got the win. Yeah. Which is cool. I like Shane Thorne a lot. I think he's got a lot of upside. Next, another video package, Io Shirai and Candice LeRae. This match would be awesome. Can't wait. There was only one match last night. One real match.
Oh my God, you're right. Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy. That was cool. Next, we were supposed to have Matt Riddle versus Killian Dain. As Matt Riddle's walking down the ring, he gets hit with a fun splash from Killian.
I wish Killian would wear a Goldberg shirt.
And then Damo starts beating up all around ringside. Matt Riddle eventually ends up against the ring steps, and then Killian hits him with a huge cannonball Match didn't happen. I'm guessing we're going to get this before TakeOver. Be aired next week. After that, breakout tournament recap package. Finals for that must be happening at the pre-show for TakeOver 2. There's 3 matches because it's Breezango and the Forgotten Sons. That's happening. They said next week. I'm guessing Riddle and Damo. And then you'd think the finals for the breakout stars. I'm surprised that's not actually on the main card at TakeOver.
I was actually surprised at Matt. Yeah, you just mentioned the Matt Riddle thing. I was like, oh, that's right. That's not at TakeOver. I would have loved to have seen Matt Riddle versus Killian Dain at TakeOver.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
That'd be great. And then, yeah, the breakout thing. So what was officially announced for next week?
The only thing officially announced was Forgotten Sons versus Breezango.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to assume that they're going to carry out the Matt Riddle thing and Killian Dain a little bit more.
Entirely
Maybe
possible.
That'd be like the main event for the next set of TV tapings.
Could be. Or if they don't know exactly how they want to approach it yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, though. I think it's going to be spectacular. And then, the breakout tournament. That's good stuff, too.
And then you had a Breezango interview where I think it ran last week, actually, if you want on WWE.com or YouTube, where Fandango was talking to Tyler Breeze and says, hey, realize that our fashion sense was whack. It was bad.
Whack? What does that mean? I don't know what whack means.
It means bad.
Bad.
And so they're going back to the drawing board.
Whack. Yeah,
what did they say? We need to be redesigned or something like that?
Yeah, they need like a repackage or refresh. Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, I really hope that means that the Breezango thing is done.
I hope so.
That's what I hope. Because I was actually mildly disappointed that they went back to just same old with the way they're talking and stuff.
Yeah.
Although I chuckled quite a bit because their chemistry is so good.
Still so good.
It's still so good. But I think that their personalities are so infectious, without having to do that, that they can still do that and be like a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
I want to be able to take those tag teams seriously, man.
I know.
It doesn't have to always be. Doesn't have to be like Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch where it's nothing but serious.
Yeah.
I think Street Profits, while they're in NXT, have found a decent middle ground.
Yeah, I think so too.
I do think that Montez just needs to dial the promos down just like a little bit, though. Just
no way, man.
It's just too much.
Nah, it's not. It's great.
Like, it's not believable.
Finally, NXT title match video package mentioned earlier. This is great. You got these parallel narratives. You got Johnny in the Performance Center helping to coach developmental talents, talking to Seth Rollins, talking to Finn Balor. He's ensconced in NXT as developmental place, essentially. Everything he's in takes place at Performance Center pretty much. Parallel to that, you got Adam Cole traveling around the country, defending the title.
Let's face it, he's putting in the actual work, man. He's putting in the actual work. He's out there.
Well, he's a champion. You're supposed to do that.
Exactly.
So he's out there defending the title every night. Not every night. Like 6 days a month probably.
Sure.
Not how many tours they do.
I don't know.
I think they get Florida twice a month or something like that.
Sounds
maybe.
right. Karen would know.
Yeah.
Karen!
We see him in like the Carolinas. We see him in Texas. Defending the title successfully, talking trash. And it's just all, hey, look, Adam Cole's defending the title all over the place. His reign just won't be one defense. And here's Johnny Gargano positioned as heart and soul of NXT.
Talking to Finn Balor, the longest reigning NXT champion.
Yeah.
Seth, as he said.
Talking about the street fight aspect, and Johnny's like, well, you got a match against Brock. And Seth says, yeah, that's pretty much a street fight, too.
I did love, though, the last bit where they're asking NXT and WWE superstars, mainly just for Kevin Owens.
Yeah. It's like, well,
you want to go into Brett. I always do the same thing.
I know, French-Canadian's a very different accent.
I want to go into Brett, but it doesn't work.
No.
But he said...
Cal does a very good Kevin Owens.
Oh, does he? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
Oh, man, I'll have to hear that.
No, I know. And he just pointedly said, hey, I'm an Adam Cole fan, so you know who I'm rooting for.
Right, exactly. Oh, man. So, no, that was all good stuff. Good little build there.
Yeah, it was great. And they gave it time. It was like 6 or 7 minutes long, I want to say. It was outstanding. Really well put together. Really well put together.
So, on NXT UK, kicked off with Noam Dar versus Ashton Smith, who should not grow his hair out. because he's got old man hair.
Yeah.
And when he shaves it, he looks like 20 years younger.
Yeah.
He also has a tattooed necklace.
Yeah.
A lot of unfortunate.
Another thing unfortunate about Ashton is he has yet to win a match at NXT UK.
Right.
That was the story of this, and it kind of played out in the level of, dare I say, desperation that he exhibited in the ring, trying for roll-up wins, doing everything he can to pick up that first win.
Yeah. What did Vic Joseph say? He said, Nigel, what does Ashton Smith need to get back on a roll here in NXT UK? Nigel said, he needs to win. Nigel was on one, man. Both in NXT and UK. It was great.
Yeah, he was.
He was awesome.
Win. Ashton Smith did not. Noam Dar picks up the win with the Nova roller, and afterwards he gave an interview saying that he negotiated himself a spot at TakeOver. He's got a match reserved for him, so he'll be one of probably the 10 competitors taking place. Well, not including tag teams, so 12, because it'll be 5 matches. He said that's a lock. He just wants an opponent.
Yeah.
And then he stuck his pinkies in the face of Radzi. Yeah.
His middle fingers. That was good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Who do you think his opponent's going to be?
It's be Travis Banks, based on what the conversation was later.
That's right, in an interview.
After that, we had Tyler Bate interview where he's leaving the trainer's room.
Seemingly from a nap. So, like last week.
Yeah, nap sounds good to me.
Last week, we're on the edge of tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't click the card off. See, that's what happens when you don't sleep much.
That's okay. Yeah, he came out. So last week, man, Tyler Bate was on fire. That promo, we talked about it. That promo was on fire. He comes out of this thing. He's like,
mellow.
Walter, what?
Well, Imperium, yeah.
Imperium? Well, they got me outnumbered, but I'm going to go.
He tried to get intense toward the end, though.
I'm going to fight you, Walter. I'm going to be the first 2-time guy around here, you know?
And that's pretty much it.
Like, oh, man, where's Trent when I need him?
After that, Grizzled Young Veterans promo. They were talking about how Gallus wants a tag title opportunity, and Gallus kind of stumbled out. And they said, yeah, we want a title opportunity, but we don't want to hand it to us. We don't really care about earning it. We're going to take it.
Yeah.
We're going to take it. And then Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster came out in like matching gear, not mod gear. Way to live your gimmick, Flash.
He did have some sort of. He had like a Letterman jacket on.
Yeah.
Like a sport, like a, and then like a scarf underneath.
He had like an ascot or
he looked like a grandma. Let's just call it what it is. He looked kind of like a grandma. Like Mark Andrews brought Granny out with him.
Yeah.
It was not impressive.
No, if he's gonna do the mod thing, just do the mod thing.
Just do the mod thing.
You don't have to wear the full suit. Come out in your Parker or something.
Yeah.
Ride your scooter out. I don't know.
Sean Lindsay here in chat says Tyler Bate was fire. I don't know what you think fire looks like, but it wasn't that.
It was fire for Tyler Bate.
Last week we saw fire for Tyler Bate. This was nap time. Tyler Bate.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man. Tyler Bate.
So anyways, Tyler Bate. Granny Andrews and
Granny Webster.
Granny Webster and Mark Andrews come out. And both Gallus and Zach Gibson and James Drake are like, hold on a second. At least Gallus has been winning matches.
Yeah.
You haven't done nothing.
Yeah. It's true.
You've got to in it. And then you see earlier you saw one guy say, "Where's my car stereo?"
Yeah.
Because that's what they shout at people. Anyways, so yeah, they both sort of clown the two little guys. And they're like, yeah, you got to earn your spot, man. He's like, Gallus already punched their ticket. We punched our ticket. You need to in it. So, yeah, they need to in it.
Yeah, they do. And earn it they will, as we learn later on. Next, we see... Next, there's an NXT UK Takeover promo and NXT UK Takeover Television.
Yes, correct. Because we need to know what we're watching?
Yeah, I guess so. What to anticipate. Then we see Travis Banks leaving Johnny Saint's office. He went there because he missed out last takeover. He wants a spot at this takeover. And then Travis Banks said, "Well, Johnny said I had to earn it, just like Noam Dar does. Apparently, he doesn't have a slot reserved for him. He has to earn his position too." Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster walk up. They go in the office. They exit too and said, "Hey, we're gonna get an opportunity to earn ourselves a tag title shot."
Yeah. So then we had Ginny and Jazzy Gobbert, Nuclear Man, versus Zia Brookside and Piper Niven.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, though, Rhea Ripley came to ringside. And then Piper Niven, Piper goes after her. Then they just disappeared.
Yeah, they fight backstage, so Zaya has to wrestle the rest of the match by herself.
Yeah, which is a bummer.
Which, of course, she's going to lose that because Nuclear Man's in the ring opposite her.
She didn't have much of a chance in the first place because they have Nuclear Man on their team.
Exactly. And once Nuclear Man gets in the ring,
you're done.
It's game over.
Well, number one, there's all that radiation.
Obviously.
She's like a walking Chernobyl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
is there another thing? You said first thing, there's that. Is there a second thing after radiation?
First one.
She's like superpowered too. Not only radiation,
she can fly. She's superpowered. She has John Cryer on her team and Gene Hackman. You're a big fan of him.
I guess.
So, yeah, she was donezo, man. Reverse power slam, boom, you're done.
Yeah.
Zia Brookside, another loss.
Yeah. After that, Tony Storm, Kaylee Ray vignette. I don't know if it's the same one they ran previously, but it's pretty darn close to it. Mm-hmm. I feel like hitting the same story beats. We've known each other for a long time. We were friends. Now we're not friends, so we're going to fight.
Yeah, basically. Same beats. Yeah, was it a different vignette? I don't know.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they mention Japan?
Probably.
All these vignettes always mention Japan. We fought together in Japan.
Yeah.
Anyways, then we had actually a really good main event.
Yeah, this main event was really good.
Joe Coffey versus Dave Mastiff, two guys who stand at about 4'11" and also the same height, the same amount wide.
Width of their high, yeah. This was a great hoss battle.
This was an awesome hoss battle. And it's rare you see somebody bleed from the ear, but we got to see that too.
Yeah, these guys were both bumping like hell for each other.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say hell.
You can say hell, man. I'm not going to.
Well, no, you're not going to come down on me, but
no, I'm not gonna. I'm not saying I'm gonna come down on you. I'm saying I'm not gonna like that at a certain point. At a certain point, it's ridiculous.
Both of them were bumping all over the place. Even Mastiff was flying around the ring, best of his ability.
Yeah,
it was really good.
Yeah.
Joe Coffey's working over Dave's back, and at a certain point, Joe gets hit in the ear, starts bleeding from it, and his selling is not just, oh gosh, my ear is bleeding. My selling is, oh my gosh, my equilibrium is shot.
Yeah, that was great.
He tries to climb up the rope and stumbles, and
it's like, Joe, your ear's busted. Sell your equilibrium.
I feel dizzy.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Act like you're dizzy.
Swaying back and forth, doing the Gallus pose.
And the weird 3-man handshake.
I know.
Are we going to try that with Cal?
We can. It's going to be terrible.
It's going to be a disaster on Sunday.
I need to get
the 3-person
frame by frame
Zapruder
film type analysis of that to see how they get
Doesn't make any sense.
The finish saw Joe Coffey do his like headbutt spear into Mastiff on the apron, sending Dave into the ring post. They're both selling on the match ringside. Coffey tries to get up. Mastiff clubs him. Ends in a double count out. We're going to get more of this hoss battle probably at TakeOver.
I hope so, because, boy, this was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
At the end, like, Mastiff's like, I still want to fight. And then Joe Coffey's like,
doing this.
He's like, I'm hurting. I can't fight no more. I can't stand up and not tip over.
Yeah.
Okay, then we had a really good 205 Live. Man, they always have great matches.
Yeah. Although this first match, Humberto Carrillo versus Lince Dorado, was good.
Maybe they had actual equilibrium problems.
It felt like something about it was like a half step off.
A little bit slow.
Yeah, I felt like Humberto was operating at like 80% speed.
Yeah, they did sort of come off like they were not
exactly on the same page.
Like when you think of like the lucha stuff, like usually they're
fast, crisp. Yeah.
This
just felt a little bit off.
A little messy. A
little bit. I don't even necessarily know.
Sometimes you just have a bad day at the office.
Yeah, totally. Have a bad day at the office. I don't know if it necessarily felt messy. It just felt slow. Like they were conscientious about not wanting to be messy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, Lince was going for the stunner thing. I believe is what it was, according to my notes. Humberto avoids it. Hits kick in the head. Gets a 2 count. Humberto goes for his finish. His old finish, I think, one where he's doing the headstand on the ropes. Lince avoids that. There's a lot of countouts this week. This part was great where Carrillo drop kicks Lince off the ropes. Lince's kind of straddling the top rope. Follows with a massive tope. They're both selling ringside. It gets to like 9. Carrillo's about to get back in the ring, and then Lince trips him up on the apron. Humberto couldn't get under the ropes. It's a double count out.
Yeah.
And then after the match, Humberto takes out Lince in Grand Metalik. Another high-flying type maneuver.
Yeah, I think it was just sort of like because we had just watched 205.
205 is the thing we started watching.
We watched 205, and then we watched the UK afterwards with the double count-out. A couple double count-outs there.
A lot of double count-outs. Yeah. Afterwards, promote the main event, 6-pack challenge. Tony Nese did a promo. You can tell he wasn't winning based on this promo.
No. He's the guy I think he just needs a lot more experience.
Talking.
Just like being on, maybe you'll definitely talking, but also just sort of carrying the ball, I guess, if you will. Which, like, I'm not talking about like a title necessarily. It's just he doesn't come off like he wants the championship.
Yeah,
like his body language.
It's like the responsibility, like the burden is too much to bear.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everybody wants the ball, man. It's okay.
It's fine. Sometimes it's cool to be a role player if that's what you want to do.
He's a really, really good wrestler, though.
He's a great wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh, next part was great. So Lindsay Dorado's backstage. Ari Daivari walks up to him and says, "Hey, Lindsay, you could be the Seth Rollins of Lucha House Party if you ditch the dead weight."
Yeah, man. Trying to get rid of him.
And Lindsay's like, no. We're Lucha House Party. This is
one for all.
For life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Arya says, oh, yeah? Why is Kalisto in the main event and not you?
Whoa, dang.
Trying to drive a wedge in Lucha House Party.
And then he even says, after this six-pack challenge tonight and then after SummerSlam, I could be the new Cruiserweight champion, and maybe I'll give you a shot if you get rid of Chump and Chump over there.
And then Grand Metalik comes in and is like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, dudes.
¿Qué tal? Hola. ¿Qué tal?
Yeah.
I know.
And Arya says, pay attention. Watch.
But he disappears.
Yeah. Then we get our main event. Kalisto versus Tony Nese versus Jack Gallaher versus Ari Daivari versus Oney Lorcan versus Akira Tozawa. There's some promos in here. They did
promos are really cool.
They shot him in, I don't know if it's a DSLR, but it was something with some depth of field to it.
It was a very nice looking camera.
It was a much more cinematic approach than boring, generic broadcast camera.
It was like the day of 205 Live.
Yeah. Everybody got
Bischoff!
That was funny. Everybody got that except for Akira Tozawa and Brian Kendrick. They did a promo from the stands on somebody's phone.
Yeah.
But the Kalisto one looked great. Jack Gallagher's looked great. Oni's was great. If that's the approach they're going to take to SmackDown, it's going to benefit the show greatly.
Oh, big time, man. I know.
Especially if they start shooting stuff in the ring. Remember that 1 week they shot 205 Live different?
Yeah. And it sort of had me half wondering. I wonder if they could. I wonder if they've thought about using or if they have used 205.
It's kind of like a testing ground for stuff.
As a testing ground for stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That's a possibility.
Entirely possible. Yeah.
What a fun match, though.
Oh, it was fun.
Everybody kicked off. Everybody beating up on Ari Daivari.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Then Jack Gallaher then sort of kicks him out of the ring, rolls him out of the ring, basically.
I should all just pinned him. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not elimination. Never mind. If it was an elimination match, I should have pinned him. That would have been fun. Then we get like a huge series of high-flying moves from basically everybody that does high-flying moves. Like Gallaher did the umbrella bit. Nese did his bit. Who am I forgetting? Anyways, Kalisto is going to do it. He looks like he's going to do a suicide dive, stops, does a springboard move, and then everybody gets up and catches him. Mm-hmm. And then they just dump him on the announce table. Mm-hmm. It was pretty cool. There was a sequence where everybody, like 4 people, were in submission moves. Mm-hmm. And then Daivari comes in and breaks it all up. Match ended with everybody hitting their finish, culminating in Oney Lorcan hitting Tony Nese with the half-and-half suplex for the win. Oney's going to take on Drew Gulak at SummerSlam. That's going to be a hell of a match. Hard-hitting affair. Drew comes out to the ramp, stare down with Oney, holds the belt up.
Oney holds his finger up.
Yeah. His long finger.
Yeah.
Did you see that picture on Twitter he posted of him pointing at himself and it looks like his finger is like 8 inches long?
No, but that's not surprising. He's got the best chops on him.
Well, he looks like he has massive hands.
Yeah, that's going to help because he never duds a chop.
No.
Like he had a chop off with was it Ari Daivari? No, who was it?
During this match?
During this match. It wasn't Gallaher. It wasn't Tozawa. Maybe it was Daivari. I think it was Daivari.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And it was just a chop off, and Daivari would hit one, and he'd have like a 500 average.
Yeah.
Oney, he can half-ass it, and it'll still be a banger.
It's the surface area.
Yeah.
He posted like a number 1 finger emoji. Oney did.
Yeah.
But he made the finger like that long.
That sounds right.
It's pretty funny.
He's a quirky guy.
Biff
is a quirky guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Did Cal have any Biff stories? I don't know if they would have crossed paths.
I recall. No.
We'll have to get some Biff stories out of him.
Yeah. I feel like should Cal come over for SummerSlam, it's going to be a lot of NXT stories, and that's good.
I know.
Because they're a delight.
Yeah.
He's got tons of stories.
Yeah.
Let's take some questions. Jeffrey Nguyen says, SummerSlam 2020 in Boston. Will you attend? I'd love to go to the city of Boston. I've never really been. I've only been to Logan Airports.
2020, so a year from now. Anything's possible. I'm totally down to go to Boston. I've never been.
Yeah. What? I don't know if they announced the dates. Is it roughly the same time period or?
Probably, right?
Let me see.
Let's see here. I'm in the Discord, which you can get access to on the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. I forget if we got any. I don't think we had any new pictures.
August 23rd. So that'll be my birthday weekend.
Well, then what better time?
What better way to celebrate? GT Racer 88 going to WB Live next Friday in Bismarck, North Dakota. Any other friendos going? Bismarck, North Dakota friendos.
Bismarck.
Get in touch with GT Racer 88. Do a friendo meetup. Take a picture of everybody hanging out before, after, during the show. Send it our way. We'll put it on the show.
Cody Miles here has a question. What are the odds the final stipulation is a triple threat with Ciampa? Zero. But we didn't talk about that. What do you think the final stipulation is going to be? We have street fight, wrestling match.
It was interesting because Regal was in that package to close the show, and he mentioned, if this goes to a third fall, a little half smile on his face. He said, "Let the best man win."
Last man standing. I think it's got to be last man standing.
Quit match. Probably last man standing.
It's last man standing. Because
So the first Gargano Ciampa match was street fight. Was the second one last man standing or the third one? One of them was the last man standing match.
Wait, what now?
Gargano Ciampa.
Oh, Gargano Ciampa.
Because one of the things that Gargano kept on mentioning in that video package was,
last thing they did was last man standing, wasn't it?
Okay, maybe it was.
I think it was.
That sounds right. Gargano saying, "Why I know who Johnny Gargano really is now."
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going to start revisiting some of the match types and story beats from the Ciampa feud, because that's still got to inform who Johnny is, I would think. Because he won the street fight, so he'll probably lose the street fight fall. If the last match between them,
it's going to be a World of Sport 3 rounds match.
I don't know why Johnny didn't choose a submission match. He should have chose a submission match. He's the guy who's a submission wrestler.
But he's Johnny wrestling, not Johnny submission. He's got to be on brand, baby.
Mat-based wrestling. Submission wrestling.
His name's not Matt Wrestler.
You don't do submissions flying through the air.
He's a wrestler.
I know.
Johnny wrestling.
Submissions.
Just wrestling match.
That's not even the fall he chose. That was Adam Cole who chose that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He chose Street Fight. Yeah, he's not Johnny Street Fight. That don't make any sense.
No.
Never mind. You're right. It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Chill Hafty. If Undisputed Era wins all the gold, how long do you think until Vince calls up Adam Cole and ruins everything? I don't think Vince is in any hurry to call up Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
Oh, so it's unsanctioned street fight and last man standing matches were the 3 matches. Okay. Okay. So unsanctioned is one. Gargano won, and he lost the street fight and the last man standing matches.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. I might be overanalyzing it.
Dominus 1. Could we see Hell in a Cell as a third stipulation?
No.
Or would it be too obvious when people get there and there's a giant ceiling from the ceiling?
Yes.
Yes, I think that's correct.
Jeffrey says, "I'll show you my favorite watering holes in Boston."
There you go. Oh, cool. Jeffrey. I didn't know Jeffrey's in Boston.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Sounds good. That's even more of a reason to go.
Joe Juarez says, "How about a get hit by the bus fall? Would definitely favor Gargano."
I like that. That's good. Yeah. Let's see here. Alex C. If Gulak is the age of Zod, who is going to be 205 Live's Nuclear Man in a few months? Well, Jazzy Gobber. There's only one Nuclear Man.
Yeah.
Really, the question would be, if Gulak is Zod, who's going to be his non?
Well, it wouldn't be someone on 205 Live because...
Non-Zahaz.
Well, at least he was large.
Yeah.
Maybe Lars Sullivan will show up. He'll be non.
He comes off as non. Let's see here. Greg Morris, you open a wrestling-themed restaurant. What is the name, and what are your wrestling-related specials?
Sounds like a huge money pit there. Restaurant business is a tough one. You're pretty much inviting yourself to go into bankruptcy.
Isn't there something called the special? Is it the Gory Special?
Yeah, there's a Gory Special.
Yeah.
Gory Especial.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
That'd be good.
What would you call the restaurant? I would call it DDT, Delicious Dinners Tonight.
That's good. I think this should be a dish called, like you can get a smoked turkey leg. It's a leg drop. They come and just drop the leg on this, like the sizzling plate or something.
That's good.
What other dishes?
That's interesting. Greg Morris says Drew and Oni were in a 4-way cage of death in CZW.
Oh, wow.
Man, I really need to get CZW. Do they have a streaming service? I think they do.
I think they might just be in high spots.
Oh, okay. I got to check that out, man. I want to get into CZ. I watched that. I told you I watched that Viceland, the entire deathmatch documentary.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Brandon Collins says Pastamania.
Pastamania. There you go. Cody Miles. What if they did it different and had an open, middle, and main event be each fall at 2 out of 3? So they opened the show.
Oh my goodness!
With the first fall, then the mid card had the second fall.
Yeah.
But then there might be no main event.
I know.
Because what if somebody sweeps?
I know. It's true.
So there's like no chance it's going to be a sweep, right? No. I still think it's going to be Cole wins the street fight. Gargano wins the wrestling.
Or it could be the situation where Adam Cole wins the wrestling match, and that's like the first fall, and he tries to pull the same thing like he did the first time. He's like, well, I beat you the first fall. I beat you the first fall in a wrestling match. You're Johnny Wrestling if he wants to try to get another title shot or something if he loses. Mm-hmm. And then Gargano wins the street fight because he lost to Ciampa. Mm-hmm. And then where the third fall is like last man standing, he wins that because he lost to Ciampa. I don't know how much they're going to harken back to the Ciampa stuff.
I honestly kind of hope they don't that much, because I feel like that's a chapter that, granted, I understand that he went out due to injury, but man, I just feel like that chapter really kind of needs to be closed as it pertains to the title anyways. Like if they still want to do Gargano Ciampa, that's whatever, but keep it in the grudge area.
Alex C says Souplex.
I like this. Christian says, if you want some, come dim sum. That's great.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is good. Do we have a question thread on...
I put one up a little bit late. It was this morning. I literally did try to do it last night, and Patreon was not working. Patreon and the PlayStation Network were not working.
Oh, bummer, man.
Yeah, it was a bummer. We got a couple questions here. Let's see here. I already talked about that. Christopher Rappersad wanted to know about the third. He says, what would be the third simulation match? That's what they should do, a simulation match.
There you go.
They just get on a video game.
There you go.
They sim it. And then let 2K19 decide by hitting the sim button.
Yeah. Wolfpack for life. Opinion on Matt Riddle in his recent online videos. I think it comes off as arrogant as people say Seth Rollins is with his tweets. No, I think it's great.
I honestly think it's hilarious. I think it's so good. Here's the thing about Matt Riddle. The dude has got all sorts of credibility because he was a pretty good MMA guy.
Yeah.
The only reason I think he got fired is because of the marijuana.
Yeah,
right.
He used to, at one point held the record for like takedown percentage or something like that.
Yeah,
like he was a pretty legit fighter.
Like I think between if you look at the people who he called out in his video, Jericho, Booker T, Lance Storm, and then I'm missing one obvious one.
Did he mention Goldberg in there?
I mean, the whole thing was about obviously.
Yeah. Start with the Goldberg.
I'm pretty sure Matt Riddle could shoot at their primes. Could take any of them easily, like in a shoot match, easily. I loved it. I thought it was great. He roasted the crap out of Lance Storm.
Yeah,
and he did it so he did it so like in Matt Riddle, bro.
Well, I love it because he said, "Yeah, I went to a seminar you hosted and I fell asleep, and I apologized at the time."
But if you want to tell somebody about being entertaining, it's not you because you're never entertaining.
It was so good.
That was hilarious. And then he was like, Booker, I like you, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like that. And then, Chris Jericho, he was like, you're soft. Maybe back in your prime, but I even think back in your prime, I could have beat your ass.
Yeah.
I thought it was the most charming crap talk I've ever seen.
Oh, it was fun.
Because there's the difference between that and Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins is talking about like his bank account and stuff.
Well, and he was like saying people who had questions or had dared to have criticism of the product.
How dare you
How
criticize?
dare you? You don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
This is just some playful trash talk.
Yeah. And he says, if I'm going to show... And the thing is, he gave a lot of... He like threw a lot of compliments the other way. He says, if I want to show people good matches, which this is totally true. If you want to show them good matches, you go to, I forget exactly who he mentioned. He mentioned Benoit. He mentioned Angle. He mentioned probably Guerrero. I forget. But he mentioned people who do put on good wrestling matches. Goldberg was never a good wrestler. So I completely and totally take his point.
Yeah, it was fun. Yadiel Flores, in the clips they showed last night for Gargano versus Cole, one of the matches they showed was Adam Cole for Adam Cole was Cole versus Keith Lee. Do you guys think that with proper build-up for Keith Lee, this could eventually happen? That would require Adam Cole retaining the title. And yes, Keith Lee is awesome. I don't know why they haven't done a whole lot with him.
It's been a year.
I know.
Yeah, it was literally like a couple of weeks ago. It was like a year since his Performance Center thing, and I don't know what the deal with that is. I think that is one of the first big pieces of evidence against signing 1 million people.
Yep.
I think the breakout tournament is like evidence number 2 because you have like literally 8, stars who could be pretty big. Well, maybe like 5 there. And they might get lost in the shuffle. Are they all going to start jobbing to Shane Thorne? Is Dexter Lumis going to do the job?
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, actually. Christian Ramprasad, can we see in NXT a hair versus hair or mask versus hair? But who?
Oh, he talked about Bret Hart. Zachary here mentioned Steve forgot Bret. Shocking. No, I just have a really bad memory. But yeah.
I think it would be entirely possible to have a hair. Well, probably not hair versus hair, but a mask versus hair match in NXT. I think that'd be great.
Oh, well, that wouldn't surprise me at all. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, on Overrun, we're going to solicit ideas for how Larson can get some better sleep.
Yeah. If you guys get any ideas,
and then we'll talk about some non-news, I imagine.
Yeah, I'll find something.
Cool. Anyways, want to say thanks to everybody out there. My stomach is grumbling right now.
Yeah, I didn't bring anything for lunch today, so
I can grab my sandwich before post show. Anyways, we'll be going live with that in about 10-15 minutes. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. There's still a sale going on at friendomarket.com.
Yeah.
Promo code BLOWOUT. Oh, hold on. Before we go, he might not even be watching this. I'm not sure. But we got an order in last night. I'm sorry, during the show yesterday. And I said I was going to keep my notifications on. And my phone was upside down. So that didn't quite work. But
a lot of good that did, huh?
Timothy Whalen placed an order yesterday during the show. So thank you very much, Timothy. And yeah, if y'all place an order at any point today before tomorrow's news show, maybe tomorrow I'll read off your name.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.